We've got you covered again for Week 5 action in high school football.
The Gillies Heating and Air Conditioning game of the week will play out at Boylan. The undefeated Titans will be hosting the Auburn Knights. The Knights will go into this game with a record of 3-1. They've been very impressive with their physical style of play. Now this is the game where we find out if the Knights are true contenders for the NIC-10 championship. The Titans have had an easy schedule so far. They've only been tested once in the first 4 weeks. That was 2 weeks ago when they got by Belvedere North in overtime. These are the other games in the NIC-10 this weekend. Belvedere is at Belvedere North, Harlem at Freeport, Hononegah is at East, and Guilford plays at Jefferson. That game will be on Saturday at 1 o'clock at Wyatt Stadium. Now there are only 2 undefeated teams remaining in the Big Northern Conference.
One is Byron, the other is the 4-0 Dixon Dukes. The Dukes will pay a visit to Rockford Friday night to take on the Lutheran Crusaders. The Crusaders' record is 2-2. This is another chance for them to prove that they are one of the better teams in the conference. It's also a key game for Lutheran in order for them to make the playoffs. These are 2 teams whose offenses can strike quickly. Field position and turnovers will be very big in this game.
There's another interesting matchup Friday night in the Big Northern Conference. North Boone will host Stillman Valley. The Vikings were overwhelmed at Byron last week. They'll be trying to bounce back in this one. At 2-2, the Vikings need to pick up wins to make the playoffs. The Cardinals are on a 3-game winning streak since dropping their opener to Dixon. They already look like a lock to make the playoffs. These will be the other Big Northern Conference games Friday night. Byron at Oregon, Genoa Kingston is at Winnebago, and Rockford Christian is at Rock Falls. One of those last 2 teams will celebrate its first win of the season.
In the NUIC, Fulton plays at Dakota, West Carroll at Forston, Dupac at Galena, and Stockton at EPC. Saturday, Lena Winslow makes the long trip to Decatur to play Decatur St. Teresa. There will be a big game in Sycamore Friday night. The 3-1 Rochelle Hobbs will take on undefeated Sycamore. Some other games Friday include Christian Life at AFC, Hiawatha at Milledgeville, Peoria Quest at South Beloit, the Sobos are 4-0, and Polo at River Ridge. In our Overtime Spotlight segment, we'll focus on Freeport's Diedrich Macon. Almost 30 years ago, his father, Demetric Macon, was one of the top athletes in the NIC-10. Now Diedrich is one of the top athletes in the conference and one of the top playmakers on the football field. We will hear from both of them.
Join us for all that and more Friday night on Overtime Live at 11 p.m. on Fox 39.